Hello everyone, and in this video we will talk about functions in Python. Before talking about functions, let's talk about a scenario. Imagine a supermarket and each time someone finishes shopping, it says them thank you for shopping. Let's say there are three customers, so what we can do is print thank you for shopping. This one, and we will print this three times. Let me copy and paste it. So three times, and let's run the code. Python main.py. See, thank you for shopping. So it is telling each customer three times, but it is a very easy case. But for cases in which every time we cannot write lines and lines of code, right? This is the place where functions are helpful. For example, we can use a function to do the same thing. For writing a function, we use def and the name of the function. Let's name it thank you. And then two parentheses, open and close, a semicolon, and we will indent this one inside this function. Okay. So we have indented this one. And now we can call this function and it will print the whole thing. For example, now we have six customers. Now we do not need to use the print statement six times. We will just use this two times and it will print 3 into 2 six times. Let me show you. Thank you. And then again, thank you. Let's save and run it. It will print six times because inside this it is 3 and 2 times 3 into 2 6. Now our supermarket also wants to print the bill along with the thank you. So what can we do for that? See, functions can take data as input and we can mention that data inside this parenthesis. So I will take the bill as input. So let me type bill. This is the name of the variable which we are taking as input, bill. And inside this, let me omit the two print statements. Only one will be enough. And print, and then I will say your bill is, and then the amount of the bill. Now say the customer at the counter has a bill of 90. So what can we do? We will say thank you and inside this parenthesis 90. And let's delete it, this one. Save and run. I am running it. And there you have, thank you for shopping, your bill is 90. See, this one inside, when we are declaring the function, this one is called parameter. And when we are calling the function, this one is called as argument. Now consider a different example. A person is trying to calculate the calories being taken in a day. So for that we will write a function. What we will do, let's erase this thing first. Now def, as we know how to declare a function, def calorie counter. Now the calories consumed is the total of breakfast, lunch and dinner, right? So we will take three parameters here: breakfast, lunch and dinner. This is how we are taking more than one input by separating the inputs with commas. So we will print calories consumed, and then it will be the sum, breakfast plus lunch plus dinner. Now let's use this function, calorie counter. Let's assume he has taken 750 calories for breakfast, 800 calories for lunch, and then 700 calories again for dinner. Let's save and run it. Let's see what happens. Calories consumed is 2250 calories. This was to show you how to take more than one parameter inside a function. Now you may have a question that is it always important to print from a function? Can't we just get back what we want? Yes, we can do that, and this is where return is helpful. So instead of printing it, what we will do is, let's erase this one first. Return breakfast plus lunch plus dinner. Now where does it return? It returns to anything it calls it. Probably a variable. So let's have a variable, total calories. And this will be equal to calorie counter. Now let's print our variable, this total calories. Print, save and run our code. And there you have the total color is 2250. Now can't we just call the function directly in the print statement? Yes, of course. And let's do that also. Let's omit this one. Omit this one. Print. And within this parenthesis, the color counter. Now again run the code. The same output. So you can do either way, whichever you like. Now let's begin our first exercise. We are told to write a function that adds three numbers, which prints the result as well as returns the result. So pause the video and give it a go. Okay, so let me do it. Def and then add. We will take three parameters, a, b, c. We will first print it. Print sum is, and then a plus b plus c. And we will also return it in the next statement. Return a plus b plus c. So let's use this function. First, let's declare a variable sum equal to add 1, 2, 3. These sum up to 6. And now let's print the sum. So what we will get? See, at first this is being called add 1, 2, 3. So it will print sum is, then 6, and then sum equal to, it will also return 6 to this sum, and it will print 6. So we'll get two outputs. The first one is sum is 6, and next one will be only 6. Let's save and run our code. I have saved it. Now let's run it using this command, python main.py. See, the first output is sum is 6, this one. This is coming from using this function, add 1, 2, 3. See this one. And it is using this print statement inside the function, this one. For this output, sum is 6. And the next output, this one, 6. This lone 6, it is coming from this print statement, print sum. So the add 1, 2, 3 function is returning the sum to this sum, and that sum is being printed. Now let's answer this question, whether it is always necessary to specify values for all the parameters. Can't we just have default values? We can also do that, and let's write a function to illustrate it. Def add, and I will add three numbers using this function, a, b, and c. Let's say in case I only want to add two numbers, I can have the value of c as 0, right? Then a plus b plus c will be equal to a plus b only. So this is how we give default values. We will, within the function definition, we will put c equal to 0, and then print a plus b plus c. Now let's use this function, add. I will only add two numbers, 1 and 2. I am not giving any value for c, it will take default as 0. In case I give the value of c as something other than 0, it will reassign the value of c to that number. Now let's run the code, python main.py. The value is 3. As said, we can also have a value for c. Let's say we want to have 3 as our value for c. And then the value of c will be reassigned, and let me show you that. Let's run the code. Now the output is 6 because 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. Now let's have a follow-up question. Can we reorder the sequence of parameters? Yes, we can also do that, and for that we will implement a subtract function. Def subtract, and then two parameters a and b. It will print a minus b. A minus b. Now by default, what we can do, subtract 1. Let's save and run our code. It will give output as 1. The output is 1. Now, can we do that the first parameter will be b and the second one will be a? Yes, we can do that, and this is how we will do it. We will say b equal to 2, and here we will say a equal to 1. Now our output will be minus 1, right? Because a minus b will be 1 minus 2 minus 1. Let's run our code. See, the output is minus 1. So this was to show you how to reorder the sequence of parameters. Till now, we were taking fixed number of parameters for our functions. Now we wish to add as many numbers as we want using functions. So what can we do? So let's write the function first. Def add, and inside this parenthesis we will give an asterisk, and next we will give a variable name for our collective set of numbers, and let's name it numbers. This numbers variable is a tuple. So you of course know tuples in Python, and we will add all the numbers present in this tuple numbers. At first, we will declare a variable sum, which will be equal to 0, and then we will add all the values inside these numbers to this sum for I in numbers. Sum equal to sum plus I, sorry, and then we will return the sum. Return sum. Now let's use this function. For that, let's declare another variable. Inside this variable result, I will store the return value of the sum, add, and I will give only 4 numbers this time, 1, 5, 6, 8, and let's print the value of result. Now let's save and run our code. The result is 20. Add all these numbers and it will of course give the result 20. Play around with this thing and you will get the concept very easily. Now let's take a look at this quick problem. So it tells us to declare a function which takes arbitrary number of arguments and adds only the even numbers in those arguments. Have a go on this problem. Okay, let me do it. Def, our function, we will declare it through def, and then the name add even. Let's name it add even. And for arbitrary number of arguments, asterisk numbers, the name of our tuple, and we will use the for loop for I in numbers. Oh, sorry, I also needed a variable sum. So outside this for loop, I am keeping a variable sum equal to 0. And then for I in numbers, if I is divisible by 2, I modulo 2 is equal to 0, then sum equal to sum plus I. So you can understand it. For I in numbers, if I modulo 2 is equal to 0, we are adding that I to our sum. And then, as usual, we will return the sum. Or let's print it. It will be better. Directly we can use the function. We are printing the sum. Now use the function add even. And let's take 4 arguments, 1, 5, 6, 8. Even numbers are 8 and 6. So we should get 14 as output. Save and run it. See, 14 is our output. Thank you for watching this video, everyone. I am planning to make a full course on Python. Should I go ahead with that or should I do something else? Please comment.